Good evening, sir. I just wanted to talk about a concept called morphological freedom. It's from the transhumanist train of philosophy. It's basically that one has the right to alter their body in different ways, such as plastic surgery and steroids, and that in accordance with the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you know, it should be so that we should extend those rights to even more extreme, versions, such as, transition one's sex, if that was theoretically possible, as long as they're not infringing on the rights of others. So I'll pose a question to you. If we take for granted that the only acceptable definition of a woman is an adult human female, then the next question would be, how do we create a world where people who desire to transition into adult human males and females become that?
I don't think we do create that world. I have no interest in trying to create such a world.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
About 100 years ago, we didn't have anything even as much as synthetic hormones or anything that people could inject. We didn't have facial masculinization or feminization surgery. We didn't have all these different surgeries and the ways in which so it's sort of like, there are different factors to sex, just like there's factors to, different types of personalities. So it's sort of like when people are transitioning, it's like they're picking apart pieces of a puzzle and they're putting back together a different puzzle, if you see what I'm getting at. But my impression is that this "what is a woman" question actually underlies a belief that people shouldn't, engineer or change anything about themselves. That it's really more grounded in a religious, like, your soul is male or female, and therefore you shouldn't change that, even if we have the technology to. That's what I seem to get.
Yeah, okay, well, a couple things there, I think. First of all, I think that that the purely religious view when it comes to transgenderism is the one that affirms transgenderism, because here we're talking about, now as a Christian, my Christian beliefs, of course, inform everything that I think. It informs who I am. And affirming the reality of male and female is very much a part of being a Christian. It also is just true. So it doesn't require any faith on my part to say that males and females exist. I think for the advocate of transgenderism, it's all faith. You are advocating some kind of supernatural reality that in some kind of, I suppose, spiritual sense, I don't know, a man can really be a woman, or there's a man trapped in a woman's body, or vice versa. I mean, this is kind of a spiritual idea.
Right.
So I think that's where that is the actual faith-based position. When it comes to a couple of points on transhumanism, first of all, it will never be possible to actually transition a man into an actual woman. Because that would require a transition on the DNA cellular level. And then what you've really done, if you've transitioned someone that way, is you haven't transitioned anyone. You have destroyed the man, and then I guess created some sort of woman through the magic of science. I don't think that will ever be possible, but the point is that if you were, it's sort of a paradox, because if you actually turned a man into a woman, you have just destroyed what the man was, because you would have to destroy him at every level down to the cellular level. The fact that we have more technology now, facial feminization, some of the gender surgeries that they do, and hormones and everything else, that has not brought us even 1 inch closer to actually transitioning a man into a woman. All that has done is just, it's all on the surface level. These are just different ways of changing how a man or woman looks, but you have not come 1 step closer to actually making a man into a woman. And I think that is not only a scientific impossibility, but as I just explained, I think it's a logical impossibility as well.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.